Welcome to a beautiful day in November. We had daylight savings during the night, and it's always one of my favorite days of the year. I love having that extra hour, and we were already out and enjoyed some of the morning. The air was crisp, there was frost on the ground, but the sun was shining, and it was an absolutely beautiful day. So I thought, you know what, it's the weekend. I'm going to make a quiche for lunch, and I will link the recipe that I used to kind of give me, a little bit of a guideline to make a quiche that fits for my family. So today I had a package of bacon, so I just cut it all up. I'm frying it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut up some onions, mushrooms, and peppers because those are the vegetables that my family like.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clear light as any to see the horizon in the far.
I had some of the refrigerated pie shells in my fridge, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make the quiche. But I find you really have to let them sit out a little while just so they unroll a little bit easier. So I gotta get this in the oven, and it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. It doesn't have to look beautiful. It just has to taste really good. Normally I'm all about presentation, but this is just one of those times where I just want to get it in the oven, and I always enjoy pulling out my Pioneer Woman pie pan because I thrifted it, and it's just one of those little things all of these years later that I still really enjoy. So I have a little bit of olive oil. I didn't want to cook it in the bacon grease. I'm going to save that to use later. So I'm just going to saute the vegetables a little bit. The pie shell is in the oven for 10 minutes, and now I'm just taking it out, and as you can see, it started to roll down and everything. That's what happens with these ones. My mom would always buy the frozen ones that came in the pie plate, but I like the fact that these ones can just kind of go in the refrigerator and don't take up as much room. So I decided to use 4 eggs. The recipe that I started making, it was 6 eggs for 2 quiche, and then I use about, between 3/4 of a cup and 1 cup of milk, a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of salt, and then I also put in some dried parsley, and then I'm just going to whisk this all up. Then I add in my vegetables, and I'm just going to finish off some of the shredded cheese that I had in my refrigerator because I have a lot of odds and ends that have been in my fridge for the last couple of weeks, and that's one of my goals for the first couple of weeks of November is to just get everything used up, preparing for the holiday season. I bake the quiche for 1 hour, and then I let it sit for a few minutes because it usually falls a little bit, but I was able to get everything cleaned up. I still got to take my mugs downstairs, and I also got the laundry going, but I'm ready to serve it up. And I got this little spatula from Pampered Chef. So if you ever know somebody selling Pampered Chef, I would highly recommend it. I use it so often in my kitchen, and I find that it is just the perfect size for getting in with pies, and the quality is really good. So anyways, I like to go with kind of pizza flavors. So the bacon and then the vegetables that we usually put on our bacon, and it is a hit, and our son really likes it too. So we're going to enjoy this for lunch with some fruit. And then, like I said, we have some to enjoy on a Monday morning. While we were having lunch, I read a few of the little journal entries about last Christmas, and it was really nice to share and not just it be for me. And then we also filled in a little bit of the calendar and just some different things that were going on. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to do throughout the month of November, is share with you how I try and prepare for the holidays. So I got a notification from Bath and Body Works Canada that the 3-wick candles were on for $12.95, and I knew that I wanted to get some holiday ones and the winter scent. So I went to my basement, checked the stash, and then I did an order. So when that comes in, I'll share that with you. I'm going to finish burning off the marshmallow fireside and a couple of other fall ones. And I also did a little bit of decluttering. I went through all of my tablecloths. The dishwasher just finished, and I found my mom's recipe box that was in with all the cookbooks and tablecloths. So that was something that I've been really working on for my own recipes, and that's one of the private things. So I have some recipes in my mom's handwriting. I got a typewriter one year, so I started to redo them. And then this is the white sauce. My mom made this all the time when she did cauliflower. This rhubarb custard pie. Oh my goodness, I was looking for this recipe. Brownies, I don't remember her making these. Chili sauce, she used to make this whenever they did all of their gardens, so that's a treasure. And then another recipe for rice pudding. And then when I saw this, the pickled eggs, it's my dad's writing, because he used to make pickled eggs. So I had a little bit of a moment and a little bit of a cry, and it was a sad cry and a happy cry all in once. And these are these little treasures all of these years later that impact my day-to-day life and everything that I'm trying to do for whatever the future holds. And that's one of those things, is as you have those life experiences, they impact you and they make you think differently about certain things as we lose loved ones and as they change too. But anyways, I'm going to go back to a little bit of decluttering, but also I want to go through this properly and take out all of the recipes that I want to recreate and treasure. Okay, I've accomplished a lot. So I had a bag that was upstairs forever of donations. Our bin was full. I didn't even realize that my husband had put a bunch of clothes in there. And then I went through all of my pants and tried all of them on. Now I am very, very hot, but I am putting all of this in my car so I can get rid of it. And the day just went by so quickly, and I'm making dinner. And I don't feel like cooking, but I want kind of like a good meal. And we had our Canadian Thanksgiving earlier in October, and I got some turkey breasts, and I'm actually using one for dinner tonight. So it was just a large turkey breast. I cut it up. I'm just going to cook it, a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and then I'm just going to cut up some mushrooms. I got mushrooms last week and I didn't end up using them. So that was one of the things that I wanted to use up for the quiche, and now for dinner tonight too. Share a little bit of my process. So I take the turkey out, I put the mushrooms in, and then as the mushrooms were cooking and the pan was a little bit more dry and hot, I add a little bit of water to kind of deglaze it to get all that flavor from the turkey and the seasonings, all of those little brown bits. Then I put the turkey back in, and now I put the spinach on to wilt it down. Our son's having leftovers from the night before. I had that all planned out because he does not like Alfredo sauce, and I just wanted to keep it really easy. So now that the spinach has wilted down, I just mixed it all up. So the water like evaporated, but then all of the flavor still kind of stays in the pan. Hopefully, I got this Alfredo sauce at Costco. I'm very happy with the quality of it. I don't use the whole jar like I used to, so I have to be very mindful of what I have in the fridge so I don't waste it. So I mix it all up, and then I did 8 ounces of pasta. I'm still, trying to be aware of my serving sizes. That's still part of the whole lifestyle change and everything that I'm trying to do. I don't talk a lot about it, but 2 ounces of pasta per serving. So 2 for each of us for dinner, and then we have leftovers for lunch the next day. I was so happy with the way that this came together. The turkey was so flavorful. It was so moist. It wasn't dry, kind of like chicken breast. I really liked it. We didn't need a side salad. We didn't need any bread, like just a nice bowl of pasta. And it was so good. And we have leftovers. I actually love that it's darker earlier now because I love the feel of our home in the evenings. It just feels so cozy. It's getting colder outside. I'm still burning candles right now at night, but as we get into November and December, I love the warmth from all of the Christmas lights that usually just light our home up during that favorite time of the year. And I'm thinking about winter because I love going for walks in the evening in the snowfall. I'm not ready for Christmas yet, but I wouldn't be disappointed with a little bit of a snowfall. So I put one of my jazzy channels on with a little bit of snow falling, and I don't think there's anything wrong with looking forward to enjoying something, but still being in the moment.